Not long after man could walk, he wanted to fly. But the path to reliable rotary flight was not always smooth. Early designs were complex, hard to fly, and not too reliable. The cost of flying a helicopter for personal or business use was completely out of the question for most people. Building one for yourself was next to impossible. Until now. This is the Exec 90, the culmination of over 2 decades of helicopter research and engineering. The Exec 90 has been described by the International Aviation Press as the world's most successful kit helicopter, and it's easy to see why. The Exec 90 takes the sophistication of kit aircraft to new levels with refinements in design, functionality, and performance. With a cruise speed of 95 miles per hour, a 2-hour endurance, and flying qualities that are almost telepathic, the Exec 90 is a joy to fly. The Exec 90 easily accommodates pilots and passengers up to 6 feet 4 inches tall. Cross-country flights are flown comfortably with a minimum of noise and vibration thanks to Rotorway's unique RI-162 power plant. By using an asymmetrical main rotor airfoil, auto-rotation performance at 1,400 feet per minute is 500 feet per minute better than that of comparable 2-place piston helicopters. The Exec 90 can be flown with or without the provided doors. But even with the doors removed, the crew is well shielded from the effects of rotor blast and slipstream. Cold weather missions are flown in comfort due to an efficient cabin heat system. The visibility from the Exec 90's large canopy is nothing short of spectacular. And the view in turns is now enhanced by eyebrow windows. And the view of the Exec 90 from the outside is almost as good as the one from the inside. For the Exec 90 reflects styling that's unusually beautiful, even for production helicopters. Perhaps the best feature of the Exec 90 is that it's affordable, made possible by low flying costs, and the fact that you built it yourself with a little available time. And speaking of time, you can now choose how much to invest in the construction of the Exec 90 by choosing the standard kit or the quick kit option. The standard kit, which most people complete in about 500 hours, puts you on the flight line in a remarkably short time for kit aircraft. The quick kit option cuts the build time of the standard kit in half to 250 hours. The reasons for these incredibly short build times for something as sophisticated as a helicopter start at the source, the Rotorway factory. The heart and soul of the Exec 90 is a 4-cylinder, horizontally opposed, liquid-cooled engine, the Rotorway RI-162. Specifically designed and built for the Exec 90, the RI-162 features twin electronic ignition systems that contain no moving parts, resulting in total ignition redundancy and superior reliability. Liquid cooling has always allowed higher performance through tighter engine tolerances than air cooling, and the RI-162 takes the benefits of liquid cooling even further. The intake manifold is warmed by the engine's coolant, eliminating the possible formation of carburetor ice by keeping the intake surfaces above the temperatures where ice can form. Since the temperature of the fuel and air mixture is not increased by this method, available power is not reduced, as is typical of other carburetor heat devices. This is especially important as helicopters require engine power settings between 90 and 100% in the landing phase. The remarkable smoothness and longevity of the RI-162 engine is attained by a combination of fine tolerances and precision balancing of the components inside. Pistons and connecting rods are balanced to within 1 gram, and the cubic capacity on the cylinder head is held within 1 cc. Crankshafts are balanced and polished for maximum wear and smoothness. But the best feature of the RI-162 is that it comes fully assembled and tested when included with each Exec 90 kit. In actual tests, each RI-162 performs within 2 horsepower of every other RI-162 engine. After being fully dyno tested and tuned at the Rotorway factory, each engine is packed ready for installation with a minimum of effort. To maintain such a high level of manufacturing consistency, the right equipment is required. One such example is this 4-axis computer-controlled milling machine, which produces many of the engine parts, as well as many other critical components. When helicopter parts are being made, it's absolutely essential that they must match perfectly every time. There are many other components in the Exec 90 kit that reflect the same level of manufacturing detail as the power plant. The elastomeric rotor hub comes fully assembled and balanced. The asymmetrical rotor blades are balanced and matched. And the airframe is factory welded and ready for installation on the landing gear. Fiberglass components are fully formed and only require minor trimming before installation. All smaller parts are provided on 62 individual shrink-wrapped cards, each part precisely numbered to match the detail in each builder's manual. Even such items as Cleco pliers and windshield polish are provided. The Quick Kit option makes the building of your Exec 90 even easier still by pre-finishing several of the component groups at the factory before delivery. The tail boom comes completely rolled and prefabricated. The horizontal and vertical trim fin spars are fully assembled. The main rotor blade seams are finished, and the blade straps and retention system are attached. All wiring harnesses are pre-assembled with connectors. The overhead switch console is completed, ready for installation and connection. All other components which require part fabrication or welding are completed, allowing the builder to start flying in the shortest amount of time. The Exec 90 kit has been created with the first-time builder in mind. Each assembly step is fully illustrated in the construction manuals, and any questions can be quickly answered by a call to Rotorway's customer service department. The things you can do with your Exec 90 are only limited by your imagination. You can easily explore all those corners of the world that were previously inaccessible, or you can put your Exec 90 to more practical use. As Exec 90s have been sold throughout the United States and in 30 other countries, pilots around the world are already using the Exec 90 in a myriad of ways. From agricultural spraying, to search and surveillance missions, to aerial photography, the Exec 90 fits an incredibly diverse variety of mission profiles where local aviation regulations permit. One important thing that you'll need to fly your Exec 90 is to be current and rated in helicopters. Rotorway provides pilot training to those new to rotary aircraft, or just new to the Exec 90, all the way up to and including the FAA check ride. Rotorway maintains a designated examiner on staff just for this purpose. Rotorway also provides maintenance training to Exec 90 builders. And as the builder of an aircraft certified in the experimental category, you become authorized to perform all service and inspections on the aircraft you built. Since the engine is provided as part of the kit, any service from minor adjustments to major overhauls can be accomplished by the builder. It's this great savings in labor charges, coupled with low replacement part prices, that helps the Exec 90 fly for an hourly cost more typical of a fixed-wing training aircraft. In fact, it flies for less than half the cost of the most comparable production helicopter. Although the Exec 90 is the most affordable helicopter in its class, it delivers a full measure of helicopter exhilaration and flexibility. Naturally, we at Rotorway think that the Exec 90 represents the finest and most complete helicopter kit available. And judging from the comments of the industry experts, we're not alone. The dream of owning your own helicopter can become real. Flying from your backyard, dropping in on friends, transportation to business meetings, or simply beating the crowds to your favorite fishing hole. The possibilities are endless. If you've ever had the urge to explore the exhilarating world of rotary flight, contact Rotorway now to learn more about the Exec 90 program or to arrange a demonstration flight. There's never been a better time to let your dreams take to the air.